Joining us now, Judicial Watch President Tom Fitton. Tom, good to have you here. This is remarkable. Christopher Wray to say that the Robert Mueller witch hunt isn't a witch hunt. It's interesting because he has no evidence, and the American public, we're looking at lots of evidence. Your thoughts?
You know, Mr. Wray endorsed Mueller's raid and the DOJ's raid on the president's lawyer. Extraordinary. It's not even done in mob cases. A guns drawn raid on Manafort to photograph suits he bought. This is what he sees as legitimate law enforcement actions by Mr. Mueller. You know, Mr. Wray has a relationship with Mueller that he admits predates this investigation, and both he and Rosenstein have professional and personal relationships with Mueller that make it impossible for them to disinterestedly call into question or manage his investigation or help him manage his investigation. So, you know, we're not going to get any protection. The rule of law isn't going to get any protection from the director of the FBI or Mr. Rosenstein on the Mueller investigation. And you know, and you nailed it in the beginning when you said conducting foreign policy. The Justice Department, the Mueller DOJ Russia indictment is the DOJ deep staters hijacking our foreign policy with respect to Russia. Supposedly, they told President Trump just a week before the Putin summit that, we're going to indict all these guys. What do you think about it? What is he going to say? Don't do it, or wait till after the summit? That would be leaked immediately and be accused of obstructing the Justice Department investigation. And you have this intervention in foreign policy with these indictments that are really press releases in the sense they'll never be litigated or see trial, and it's distorting our relationship with Russia. And I'm no fan of Putin, but I don't want the Justice Department running the show.
Yeah, the Justice Department has very little to do with justice right now, and all about politics. It is beyond politicized. It is an active political arm of the left in this country, and the deep state, and there is no question about it. And for Christopher Wray to sit there in Aspen and answer a question as he did, he's not an artful person nor an imaginative one. That was just about as mendacious an answer as he could have possibly provided, given what he knows about what's going on.
The top leadership of the FBI, Comey fired for misconduct. Mr. McCabe fired for misconduct, both of them under criminal investigation.
Top seven officials of the FBI moved out or demoted or fired.
And the very individuals behind this Mueller investigation, and Mr. Wray thinks it's no big deal, then there ought to be no accountability by Mr. Mueller for having this evidence and these malcontents in the FBI who wanted to get Trump be involved in his investigation. And then when he fired him, when Mueller fired or removed Strzok, he didn't tell anyone about it for 4 months till it was exposed by Congress.
Strzok didn't get fired. He was sent off to the HR department.
Right.
And when you figure out he's involved in a relationship with the deputy director's leading attorney in violation of all of the regulations of the Justice Department, he's moved to HR presumably to find more people to recruit just like him for the once storied agency.
Mueller just hired 4 more lawyers, Lou. He hired 4 more prosecutors.
Yeah.
Not one a Republican, one of whom worked in the Obama White House counsel's office.
Well, he has a record that is a disaster, and the national media, left-wing media particularly, will not look at it. Let's go to a couple of things. Rosenstein impeachment. You've called on the president to just get rid of the special counsel, and in fact, his attorneys were at one point urging him to sit down for an interview, which I know you thought was absolutely idiotic. Where is the president now in your judgment, and what are his greatest threats from this special counsel?
Well, you know, I'm not a lawyer, but you don't have to be a lawyer to think that someone shouldn't sit down with a special counsel whose goal was to investigate him.
Yeah.
I don't see this special counsel giving him the benefit of the doubt in his testimony to him. So I'd be very cautious about it.
What do you see the special counsel doing, Tom? I know you're not a lawyer, but you're a practiced political observer and activist. And I don't see where this ends.
I don't. The rules of the Justice Department are the president can't be indicted. So right now, the special counsel is doing an impeachment investigation. And if the Justice Department were being competently run in this regard, they would tell Mr. Mueller, there's no indictment here. You're not going to harass the president with questions.
Well,
move along.
Impeachment
Finish
begins
your
with the
report.
House. The Speaker of the House, the lame duck Speaker, Paul Ryan, would love to see impeachment proceedings brought. He has been a greater obstructionist and a member of the resistance than almost any Democratic leader on Capitol Hill.
Well, you know, I know there's going to be a new leader of the House, and I hope among the things that are debated when they have that leadership election is the House is going to continue to be a doormat for executive branch officials like Rod Rosenstein, who thumb their noses at the prerogatives of the House.
Not executive branch. I think just specifically this corrupt Justice Department and the corrupt FBI. It's not about the entire executive branch. This is specific, the politicization of the Justice Department. I mean, corruption is replete throughout the organization, and this president, at some point, is going to have to clean it up.
Well, with the last administration, you had the IRS obstructing Congress. This administration, you got DOJ again and the FBI obstructing Congress. It's this attitude within the agencies that congressional requests for information are to be played with and gamed out in a way as to protect the agencies from accountability. Right? What's the downside?
For the most part, Tom, with fools. They're playing with inert objects that simply do not want to move ahead in the confrontation with the executive branch's Justice Department.
Right.
This president owns it now. This was Obama's corruption, his political arm, the Justice Department and the FBI. This president is the only one who will ultimately be able to clean it up. Tom Fitton, Judicial Watch, as always. Great to see you, my friend.
Hey, thank you, Lou.